Good morning. I would like to talk to you a little bit today about the findings of my research concerning ability-based grouping instruction and I concluded from that research and my own experiences. Based on the reading that I have done regarding ability-based grouping instruction, sometimes referred to as tracking, I found that there is a very strong opinion for and against the concept. There have been numerous studies on the subject, some citing the wonderful success of the practice, while others have cited as to how detrimental it is to some students with no apparent benefit to higher ability students. I did not find a lot of recent discussion on the topic, but in a USA Today March 18, 2013 article, it stated that the research out Monday from the centrist Brookings Institution Brown Center on American Education finds that between 1998 and 2009, the percentage of fourth grade teachers who said they created ability-based reading programs skyrocketed from 28% to 71%. In math, between 1996 and 2011, the practice rose from 40% to 61%. The practice remained fairly constant in 8th grade math, rising from 71% to 76%. Data from other 8th grade subjects was incomplete or inconclusive. Much of what I read was just a discussion that went one of two ways. One way was that if we group younger children according to their abilities, there is a great risk that they will be labeled as being in that group. In higher grades, it is referred to as tracking, and then be locked into it for the rest of their educational experience, and therefore their status for the rest of their life. Furthermore, our methods of determining their ability level was discriminatory towards minorities and poorer classes of students, and therefore perpetuating their societal class based on their demographics at their birth, never allowing them the experience of the American dream of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The other way that it was viewed was that the higher ability group students usually excelled because of the interaction with other students close to their ability range, and they thrived on the faster pace, more intense, higher challenge curriculum. The free education for everyone concept that Jefferson envisioned, which was also based on Aristotle's view of a democratic society, allowed all citizens within that society an opportunity for education, enlightenment, and a contribution to that society, democracy, a democratic society. However, as Tozer pointed out, in both Jefferson's and Aristotle's time, in history, only a minority select few adult males were considered to be citizens of that society. The vast majority of the population, women, children, slaves, the poor, and working class, known as metics in Aristotle's time, were not considered to be citizens. Primarily everyone that worked. Our attitude in the United States of America has evolved over the last 200 plus years toward who should be considered citizens. And we now feel that all should have the opportunity to be better than their status in society through education. The reason that we even consider ability grouping or tracking at all is that many students are not challenged enough to fulfill their full potential. If our school systems cater towards one method fits all pace in the classroom, the students that have a more challenging time learning keep the pace slow and take much of the teacher's time and effort. Many of the higher ability students become bored, from not being challenged and end up turning their focus to causing trouble and disrupting the classroom, which slows the pace of instruction even further. As the YouTube link in my references points out, many students with higher ability will not always challenge themselves towards self-learning. They still need guidance, or they will challenge their talents in a negative direction. The negative aspect of the ability grouping or tracking method is that those that do not meet the criteria cut for a higher ability group and that actually care can have self-esteem issues and may even give up on trying to learn. There are a variety of issues that may affect why an individual would not be placed in the higher ability group, ranging from physical or mental challenges to not having a quality previous instruction, or maybe just having a poor attitude. In my personal teaching experience, I have seen students purposely do poorly on tests because they wanted to fit in better with their friends and not seem as smart as they really are. I have also seen a student with such high ability that he received an A on all of his tests and refused to do the daily work to the point where he could challenge himself with doing just enough of the daily work to barely get enough points to receive a D- passing grade for the semester. I feel that ability grouping or tracking is the best way to reach those higher level ability students and challenge them to come anywhere close to their full potential. I can understand where some of those that are not selected initially to be in the higher ability group are not getting as much opportunity as those that are selected, and to ensure that those not selected are given ample opportunity, I think that reevaluation at often intervals will give them a chance to improve and be selected at another time. If those students that struggle with higher level concepts and faster paced instruction are allowed to work at a slower pace in groups of a more comparable level to their own, they will be less likely to become frustrated and give up. This also allows the teacher more opportunity to work with a smaller group of students and help those that need more help. But it is imperative for the higher level students to be challenged, or we as educators are doing them a grave disservice in their educational experience by not allowing them the opportunity to grow to become what they have the potential to become. This is necessary for the development of the individual and for their preparation to serve our society as a whole. Those that have the desire and ability must not be held back by those that do have either the ability, those that have the desire and ability must not be held back by those that do not have either the ability or desire or both. Thank you.